All right, so set the scene. Sad people. They're sitting in probably like the little park area because it's free, and they're all sitting there. They're getting hungry, even though these are just digital bodies, and they're waiting on someone to come back with gold.
Someone just like their fingers like drawing shapes on the ground, just like completely defeated. It's just like, are they coming back?
It's been so long. We spent all our money immediately.
It's just got to be like weird brain impulses. Like, we aren't actually hungry, right?
Tell that to my brain, because I'm starving.
What are we gonna do?
When's your sister coming back?
Let's see. What does it mean when they're offline?
Isn't that when you can't get offline? Like, you can't leave unless you're dead.
Yeah.
No, they're really strong. They couldn't die. What?
They were supposed to bring back money. They were supposed to get food.
How are we supposed to eat? What are we supposed to do? They can't die.
We're gonna have to leave.
Can we starve in here?
I don't want to find out.
We don't even have enough money for an inn.
We have to sleep outside.
We're gonna have to.
I don't know.
What if those skeletons come back?
I don't think
They were dragging people off. That one person just like made a light. Like, they got dragged off twice.
Well, the guards still are just standing there, limp.
Someone else has to go into the dungeon.
Well, obviously it should be you.
Why me?
It was your sister. Your sister failed. You have to go fix it. Fix it.
I had a family member die from this. You should go in there. You didn't even help the first fight.
I didn't know what I was doing. I picked this weird class. All I had to do was just have this little loot.
What are you gonna?
I'm a support class. I can't go by myself.
I'm squishy.
I want to go down there.
I got like 12 HP.
Yeah.
Think we can eat people?
That's where we'll end up.
I think that was gonna come out of my mouth.
It's only taken us, 9 episodes to get to cannibalism?
Yeah, impromptu cannibalism.
All right.
Everything is edible. Even people are edible, but that is frowned upon in most societies.
Yeah, well, some would say. Welcome back to another episode of Carcosa Online. Just a footnote, we don't condone cannibalism. All right, let's go ahead and dive into this Pathfinder adventure. I am your GM for the evening. My name is Lucas. My pronouns are he, him. Marquis.
Hi, everybody. I'm Marquis, sometimes known online as Barty Time, your internet ex-boyfriend, who also does not condone cannibalism. Don't eat people. I won't finish that sentence. Because nothing appropriate is going to be said. I'm playing Akihiko, the Catboy Magus, who is super happy to be here. Both of us are he, him.
Aubrey.
Hello, I am Aubrey. You can find me everywhere on the internet at Mad Queen Cosplay. And I am playing Nysla, your local gunstigator and medical person and smart person most of the time. And we both use sheer.
And Cassie.
Hi everybody, I'm Cassie. You can find me as Awesome Hylian on social media. I am playing Morrigan, our resident Talarian monk. And just a reminder, people are friends, not food. Thank you.
And Shen has not been eaten by the party. No, you're all probably sitting there going, wait, it's been a bit. Where's Shen? Shen's still playing the same basketball game. Don't worry.
Basketball games, they just
back.
go for forever. You know,
Yeah,
I don't know.
very,
like
very long
multiple
games.
days.
Yeah.
Shen is playing a different kind of basketball. It's that like Thunderdome basketball where only one player gets to come out, and it's a whole team of like 24.
Yeah, they're playing it with baseball rules where it's
Yep.
7 games.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So where we last left you, you had all left the tavern after speaking with the completely normal mayor. You accepted a quest for some lovely chompers, and you're off to go find the captain of the guard, Kirk. You went down onto the first floor of the dungeon and went to some ruins where you were looking around through this just broken, decrepit town. You found a tent that was set up with a fire that just finished burning out. You saw that there were 6 dead bodies. After sneaking forward investigating, you had looked at the bodies, determined that they had been poisoned, and at that time Akihiko had found some tracks in the ground by some creature that had pointed feet. And then these sounds of spider hisses sound off as you all turn around, and there are some spiders that are crawling out of the trees around you, and one of them coming out of the tent. Everyone, roll me initiative.
Ooh.
all right, 15 for me.
17.
25 for me.
Ooh.
And the spiders are going at 21. All right, so we start with Nysla. You look up and you see there is a spider that is dropping out of a tree right by Morrigan. You see there is another one that is coming just out of the tent near you, and another one that is a lot further away coming out of another tree. What would you like to do?
I will start off with asking, are these connected to the lead I'm investigating right now?
Somewhat. I mean, these spiders killed these people here,
Yeah.
so it's possible, and these people are where you've been led to
Yeah.
from the quest, so I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I was asking so if my devise a stratagem is a free action. If they are.
Yeah, I'll say they are.
Okay. I will start off with devising a stratagem. I will do it against the one that is right next to Morrigan. I'll do my known weakness with that as well. So I'll make a recall knowledge check. What skill would be good?
Definitely nature.
Nature? Okay. That is a 19.
Looking at these spiders, information flooding through your mind, you are determining that these spiders, they definitely are poisonous, and they seem to be immune to any sort of mind affecting.
Mm-hmm.
So that is what comes to mind.
And then I rolled my roll for devise a stratagem and got a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
Which is, I believe, a 28 total to shoot this spider.
Yeah, it hits. All right, so your first die is maxed out, and then you just roll your second.
And that is going to be 20 damage total.
So you explode this spider right near Morrigan. You just turn this quick flash as the pistol goes off. The spider is looking like it's just mid-leap, and you just shoot it out of the air.
And I will use my second action to reload my gun, and my third action to, in my other hand, have gun in one hand, and I'll have parasol sword in the other.
So we go from Nysla to these spiders. One of the spiders shrieks out, jumping towards Akihiko as it starts just trying to bite down. 16, does that hit?
Misses.
Misses, and it's going in for another one. 15 also misses. The spider is biting, and you're just sort of bashing it back with your staff as it keeps trying to come towards you. The other one just starts barreling in your direction, Nysla. So it uses all 3 of its actions just to move forward. That's about as far as it can make it. The spider you recognize in front of Akihiko does look larger and more dangerous compared to the other one. The one that you shot and the one in front of you, Nysla, are the same species. So that's what you recognize right away. And we go to Akihiko.
Akihiko does not like the fact that there is a big spider on top of him, and would like to remove it from his presence. First things first, he again kind of spins his staff, the runes going up along it so that he can cast Magic Weapon, Papi, and is going to go into Arcane Cascade, and that will be his turn as the magic of transmutation floods over him, kind of just surrounding him in this like pale whitish light, in the shape of like a cat. And he just sits into a ready stance.
Then we go to Morrigan.
I think we're gonna move over to the spider next to Nysla, and I am going to flurry of blows this. So I'm gonna roll for attack on both of those, and we can figure out damage. So that is a 22 for the first,
That's a hit.
and a 19 for the second.
That's a hit.
3 on the first one, 2 on the second one. So 5 damage.
5 damage in total.
Oh, 5, 6, 7, that's 9. 9 damage.
So you just start stomping down on this spider, and just like the guts are spraying everywhere as you kill it. And you all look over at the other one that is just sort of trying to chomp towards Akihiko. And it goes to Nysla.
I will use my first action to free action devise a stratagem. Get a 19. So I am going to spend one move action to put this spider into flank, and then lash out at it with my sword cane, or sword parasol in this case. So I'm guessing a 19 hits,
Yes.
so it'll be 9 damage.
So you stab right into the spider as it squeals out, but it is still alive. This green ichor is just leaking down to the ground, sizzling a little bit.
Actually, no, that's only 2 actions. Do I take... you know what? I'll just attempt to shoot it with my last action.
Sure.
That is a 17.
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
Woo!
For 3 damage.
You shoot off one of its legs. It's still up, though.
Yep.
As this thing is just shrieking and spasming. It goes to its turn, and it turns towards you, Nysla, trying to bite at you. So the first is a miss with a 12.
Yep, that's not gonna hit.
Do this one. A 20.
20 will hit.
And then the last one, a 14.
14's not gonna hit.
So it's trying to snap at you. It's one leg off as it's just a little thrown off, and one of these bites just land right on your thigh. You are taking poison. I need a fortitude saving throw from you. DC 14.
That is going to be a 19.
And you take 5 points of damage just from the bite itself. So you feel that there's something wrong going on with your leg as it's coursing into you, but your body just fights it off as it goes to Akihiko.
Great. The spirit of the cat overtakes him as he casts a gouging claw through his staff, and I will try and reroll that because that was a natural 4 on the die. Oh, wow.
No! What did you get in total?
It was a natural 2 for a grand total of, I believe, 10.
Oh no. Unfortunately.
Wow. With his last action, we'll just try and make a regular attack. Good lord.
Oh no!
Another natural 2
Oof.
for a total of 5.
If you would have got one lower, it would have been an issue. So you are just you try this fantastic spell. You feel the power flowing through you. The cat clouds rake out, and you just completely miss, just slashing into this tent beside you, leaving this large hole. And you get mad, and you just try to swing your staff down, and it just hits down into the ground, nowhere near the spiders. You're thrown off a little bit by your own weight, and it goes to Mori.
Okay. I mean, yeah, let's just surround the spider.
Just off his space, this spider.
Yeah. So we're gonna go there. And then let's see. Okay, just for funsies, because I want to try this out this session. I'm gonna use my second action to go into Tiger Stance.
Ooh, what's that do?
Woo!
This lets me make Tiger Claw attacks as long as I'm in the stance, and each of my attacks, if it hits, has 1d8 of slashing damage rather
nice.
than a d6 of bludgeoning damage. If I get a critical success, then on top of dealing the normal damage, the target will take 1d4 of persistent bleed damage.
Oh, I like that.
Alright, here we go. We're gonna try and slash at the spider with my raven claws.
Didn't want to go for crane.
It's 2 on the nose. Or on the beak?
And that is a 21.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Okay, excellent. This is my first time using my D8 in this. And that is a 3.
So you bring this claw down and end this this poor spider suffering. As the 3 of you are just stomping down onto the spider, the last of its life just leaks out.
Two of them. We're stopping upon this thing. One person.
As Akihiko is frantically flailing.
Spiders.
It is that scene from Office Space, right? Like you have to pull Akihiko away from the spider. Like it's done.
Die! Ugh, I hate them. They're disgusting.
I know.
You slay these spiders as you're all looking up at one another. There's a bit of spider ichor that's on each of you, and you all hear barking. But it's not aggressive barking. It's like happy barking.
Puppy?
As there is a dog coming your way.
A dog?
Doge?
And this dog has a sword on its back. It has a little bit of like armor plating as it's running towards all of you, a little side bag. And what's weird is it has a player tag over its head.
Oh my gosh! Who's a good boy?
You see, its name is Dan Dan Noodles. And it's just so excited to see all of you. It's just doing that little noodling.
Akihiko goes over and grabs his kimono and puts it back on. And just like, please tell me we're not just going to immediately trust the dog.
It's too late. Morrigan is already approaching the dog.
Yeah, it's happy. It's, pets, attention, all that good stuff. It is there for it.
Please tell me, like, as Morgan is over there, could you verify whether or not it can talk? Wait, never mind. Akihiko has beast speech. I should be able to talk to the dog. I think, like, there's, like, a bunch of meowing that just starts happening from Akihiko. It's just like, Dan Dan Noodles?
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah! Exciting!
Are you a person?
I'm so excited!
You're not a person.
I'm hungry!
You're hungry. But are you you're a person, right? Like, you're a person out there?
I'm a good boy!
Did someone hook their dog up to this game?
And Akihiko's gonna say, I think someone might have hooked their dog into the game.
Well, it's our dog now.
Yeah. Dan Dan Noodles is our good boy now.
Okay, let's cool it with the whole, like, pet claiming. Maybe we should just see what the dog can do. We don't want to get attached to it in case it dies.
I mean, it's a pet. It doesn't have to be useful.
And it's just there, like you're scratching on top of its head, and its eyes are closing as it's just wiggling its body.
How big is this dog?
It's like a medium-sized dog, right? Like, it's like a medium-sized breed. So it's not super big, but it's got like this sword on its back and stuff like that, and it's like it has equipment.
Okay, I don't know. Medium size feels vague and subjective. How about this? As a medium-sized, hollow-boned bird person, can I ride the dog?
No, I would say like a good example for like the size of this dog would be, it's like the size like a lab, like it's like smaller than a German Shepherd, but it's.
I want to ride the dog.
You're too big to ride the dog. A goblin or a halfling, probably for sure. But the dog just seems excited, and like it picks up a leg off the spider and like rips it off, and it just kind of lays down and just starts chewing on it while it's staring at all of you.
And he was just saying, Beast, don't you eat dead things?
I love eating dead things.
Stop that. Are you capable of wielding that sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can wield the sharp stick.
Okay, well, you're gonna...
And I can fetch, and I can sit, and I can roll over.
Can we see what their class is?
They're a fighter.
I mean, that checks out.
Excellent. So I know that we can't necessarily hear what Akihiko's conversation is with this dog, but it's leading me to believe that the dog, by necessity, will be Akihiko's dog, and the rest of us will just spoil the dog.
Mm-hmm.
Akihiko will keep reprimanding, like, no, down, that.
Okay, Dan Dan,
Dan.
do you have an owner, a dad or a mom or a parent?
Family, yeah.
Yeah, where are they?
They're at home.
Did they come in here with you?
I can't smell home.
Yeah, buddy. You're somewhere else.
They just start whining. They kind of slump down. Their ears go down.
Akihiko
Made Dan Dan Noodles sad.
Oh, Dan Dan Noodles. Yeah, Morrigan is just gonna, like, swivel her head around to look at Akihiko. You're making Dan Dan sad!
And Akihiko just, like, glares at Morrigan and like, snaps at Dan Dan, like, Dan Dan, up. We're going.
And they give the classic dog huff as they slowly get up, and they shake to have their armor sit comfortably. Let's go!
I want to check out the tent before we leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, so give me an investigation.
Investigation.
You mean perception?
Oh, sorry, perception. 5e mind.
That's valid. That is a 19.
24.
Right.
And I can do all the stuff outside of battle, apparently. Despite being a martial class.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4, 2, 2.
Oh my goodness.
Also, like, small aside, kudos to the engineers of Carcosa Online for, like, their equipment being able to recognize that the helmet's on a non-human and then make that avatar in-game, if in fact Dan Dan Noodles is a real dog.
Well, ST3v3 would have helped. Probably just cheerfully been like, you're a dog! They're like, I'm a dog! Here's a dog! What do you want to do? It's like, I bite things. Fighter! Off you go! And they just send him on in.
I love that.
Yeah, the only other option is someone's really into pet play.
Yeah.
It's a whole new level to can you pet the dog? I am the dog.
You are looking through the remains of this camp, and you manage to find 3 vials of acid and 1 alchemist fire.
Giving all of that to Nysla.
Okay.
I'd gotten a 15 on the survival. Did I catch any tracks?
Yes, you did find some tracks that were leading outward, and you saw like there was like a body that was dragged, so it's not too hard to follow, and it looks like it's leading away from the ruins of the town and more into the forest itself.
I guess we're following that.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So Dan Dan Noodles is tagging along. It would actually be difficult to make them go away as you're traveling through, and the walk itself is fairly calm. You're going through, you're following like a very clear, like, you know, brush has been moved aside, branches have been snapped as you're going through, and you see like there's these very clear markers. You even like check the side quest for, you know, lovely Chompers, and you see that it's been updated, like the camp, all the people there that you're supposed to meet have been slain. There are spiders following these tracks, and like it's showing like on the map where you're going, and you're following along for some time. Just as you're going, the landscape slowly starts changing a little more rocky on the ground. Make me another survival as you're going through here to try to keep the trail.
Is this from all of us?
Yeah, everyone can roll.
Yeah, I'm not doing so great. It's a 9 from me.
4.
Survival is like one of the 3 skills I'm not trained in.
Oh, no.
13 for me.
All right, so Morrigan is keeping on those bird eyes. Find the tracks again as you're all going through, and like I said before, it's getting a little more rocky as you're traveling through this patch of woods, and opens up into this large clearing where there is this somewhat of a chasm that you have to stretch. There looks like there was a rope bridge at one point, but it did snap and fall down. So the chasm itself is about 20 feet across, and it looks like the rope bridge itself was cut very, very recently.
Okay. Well, so like cut in half so that like 2 sides are dangling, or cut so like there's one piece of rope going across the way.
it looks like they cut both the ropes on one side, like on the other side, and then so the rest of the ropage just kind of fell towards your side.
Gotcha. Akihiko starts taking out his rope and looks at the others and like, you got rope?
I have wings. I don't need rope.
You don't need rope.
I think I have rope.
And Akihiko just kind of like lasso up and toss it to the other side, trying to hit one of the posts that the bridge was on.
Sure. Just make me ranged.
15.
So you try a few times, and finally, like the third time you do it, you manage to snag onto one of the posts as you pull it, and it pulls tight.
And then I'm going to tie it to the other post to basically make like a little walkway, and then look to Nysla.
I will try to do something similar.
Alrighty. Yeah, roll ranged.
That's a 12.
So it takes you a few more times, and at one point you're ready to give up, and the last time you throw it, it snags on there as you pull it tight. And the dog's just excited. Every time you're throwing it, it goes to like chase the rope, but then it stops at the edge and then looks back, like dejected. So you pull the rope back, and like every time you were throwing it, now you have it all set up.
Akihiko is going to test the structural integrity of his rope by standing on it.
All right. Acrobatics is a thing in Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll me that.
15.
You get up on this rope, and like before, it takes a couple times, but like you do eventually find your balance as you're standing on this rope, and it feels like, you know, if nobody had cut the rope before, it seems like this was probably a sturdy way to go when the bridge was here before.
And he just kind of like holds his staff out as this like counterbalance as he just begins to walk across.
All right. So Akihiko starts going across. How about the rest of you?
I do my best to follow with my own rope.
All right, roll me acrobatics.
I am going to use a hero point on that. I don't want to live. I don't want to live with a 10. That's much better. That's a 19 total.
19. Yeah, you go across with ease.
I can fly over. My question is about Dan Dan. Is he going to be able to get over by himself?
So it is remarkable, as I rolled an 18.
Mm-hmm.
Dan will be fine.
They go up, and there's a couple times that they just, eat dirt as they, they're trying to copy and they're falling down. But then eventually they do go, and they're on it, and all four, like they're slowly going forward. And their tail is like, it starts wagging, they get excited, and they have to stop and then keep their tail straight as they go. But you fly across with ease. This is nothing to you as you land on the other side, and now all four of you are on the other edge.
Like, well, there's 25 feet of rope gone.
Somewhat of an aside. Nobody asked me to put their rope around the posts for them.
I was wondering about that.
We gotta train. Akihiko's like, we gotta train as if you're not here, right? If you get whisked away, we have to be capable of doing these things without you as our resident flyer.
I honestly just forgot that you flew.
I like that the concern is that we'll be whisked away like Lune.
Yeah, like at any time, like you have to be prepared that any one of us could be whisked away by screaming
reverse skeletons
that are having existential crises.
Or a crowd of drunkards.
That too.
It's just these bad government ads. Have you talked to your children about being whisked away by skeletons?
It's Skelly Boys!
More and more people are being taken away by Skelly Boys.
This is the real threat this Halloween.
Skelly Boys versus Michael Myers.
So much screaming.
10,000 Skelly Boys against one Michael Myers. Who will win?
Skelly Boys. But yeah, just keep on walking. Well, hopefully find the trail again and keep on walking towards it.
You do find the trail quite quickly after that, and you're on your way again. And there's a few other like things that you're coming across. Sometimes like there's like these somewhat steep cliffs that you have to maneuver up a little bit, and there's you get back into like a bit of a bog that you have to go through, and there's more mosquitoes, and it's the worst. But eventually you do make it to this entrance of this cave.
Cool. Cave. Somebody's in there.
Oh boy. Oh boy. looking at the two of my compatriots and also Dan Dan.
Dan Dan.
And then,
Dark vision, dark vision, dark vision.
yep.
Dark vision.
Looks at Dan Dan. Says in B-speak. Can you see in the dark?
Kind of. I can smell.
Akihiko's gonna take, like, a bit of rope out and just, like, tie it around Dan Dan's neck and hand it to Morrigan, as she is the most enamored with Dan Dan, seems. Outwardly enamored. And just will say, I'm gonna go ahead of you all and see what I can see and report back. Just, like, walk in 15, 30 seconds after me. And then kind of keep a little ways away. Unless you hear me scream, then run.
Away?
Run in. It could be getting eaten alive by teeth. Ugh.
Teeth. Ugh. Dan Dan and I will rush in if we hear you scream.
And I think Akihiko gets down on, like, one knee and, like, stares Dan Dan in the face and just, like, actually looks at, like, the stats of Dan Dan. How many HP does he? What HP does he have?
Oh, Dan Dan Noodles?
Yeah.
Let me check their HP.
Because I imagine they may actually be the most HP-laden person here.
What a sturdy boy.
They inadvertently kept leveling themselves up. They're just, chasing after it. They see one monster, they go chase it. See another, they go chase it. Yeah, they have 30 HP.
Oh, yeah. They probably have more than the other two, right?
I have 32 now that I'm level 2.
Oh, nice.
I have 28.
Okay. His AC must be a little higher then, maybe.
18.
Nope. Still looks at Dan Dan Noodles and say, you are killing machine. If you hear screaming or smell bad guys, you take sharp stick and you end them.
Okay.
And Akihiko goes ahead and starts sneaking ahead.
Greetings there, travellers. It's me, Wing Over Gimble, famous name bad, and welcome back to the Inn of the Seven Dice, dear travellers. It always feels like so long. I know it's only a few weeks, but it always feels like I haven't spoken to all of you in forever. Oh, dear travellers. The winters are setting in numerous worlds that I travel to, and it affects these old gnome bones. I like to think that I'm still youthful and spry, but things catch up to you. It's always the knees that are first to go, and the upper back and all that good stuff. Oh, what joys it is to age. Anyways, travellers, other than me, how have you all been? 3 cars. They did donuts in the air, through one another. They were vibrating so quickly, they were able to pass through one another. Well, that's incredible, travellers. What happened to the people liquefied? Oh, dear travellers, I think you might have just witnessed something a little horrifying, and maybe just never talk about it again. All right, well, that's good. Always lovely catching up with you. But, dear travellers, it has been an absolute treat. I do hope you're enjoying the new styles that we are bringing to Escaping Carcosa. If you are listening to the audio version, head on over to the YouTubes and see what's going on with the combat. I think you'll like the artwork. It's pretty neat. I'm pretty proud of it. You can go check that out. But dear travellers, we have some messages that are actually coming to us through the Spotify. Now I know I told everyone, hey, you can head on over to the Spotify and send us messages. Well, guess what? People have been sending us messages through there, so let me go grab one of them. This is from Cross Layer. Brilliant! Exclamation mark. The Escaping Carcosa storyline is a well-made story with much variety in player interpretations. As far as a story game goes in podcast form, this is well-structured and enjoyable listening. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're enjoying it. And, dear travellers, if you want to send us the messages through the Spotify, you can do that on your mobile device. It should be there on each episode. You should be able to respond, and we can actually publish your responses on there. So go ahead, dear travelers, head on over there. And don't forget to leave those stars, dear traveler. All right, well, I'm excited because this radio has been shooting out popcorn out of the wire like nuts lately. An enjoyable treat, but let's see what it's got to say. Heading on over to the Cursed Radio, bringing us snacks and treats and nightmares. Everyone loves it.
Welcome to Goblets and Gaze. We are a Pathfinder2e focused podcast that uploads every Wednesday. In our flagship show, Blood of Kings, you can listen as a gaggle of gays grows into heroes together, from their adventures hunting down a lost city to trying to open the Feywilds to save the magic of the world of Cyrene. You can also join us every Monday over on Nat20 Productions' Twitch channel for Wayward Arcadium, our very chaotic game set in a magical school. Listen as our cast tries to pass all of their classes while dealing with drama from all sides. You can find our shows anywhere you listen to podcasts. Follow us on all social media channels at Goblets and Gaze. Join our Discord community and support us on Patreon for early episodes and special releases. And remember, eat your vegetables.
Oh dear travelers, what an enjoyable ad. You know, for a moment I almost saw a different reality where I was sitting in front of a few strange looking devices that were displaying images on them, and I was in front of, I know this might sound mad travelers, but it almost looked like a microphone. Oh, how strange, isn't it? Well, we'll just compartmentalize that and never talk about it ever again. Well, dear travelers, I hope you have been enjoying the tale today, and we are excited to hop back into this. Let us go see what's happening with some lovely little chompers. I wish you best of luck out there in this strange, strange world, dear travelers. I bid you all adieu.
You sneak into this cave. Roll me a stealth.
12.
So you're creeping in. Every so often you're kind of stepping on like bits of gravel and stuff, so you are making a little bit of sound, but not too much. But the first thing you notice right away is that there are clusters of eggs on like the sides of the walls as you're starting to go in there. And your eyes are very quickly adjusting to the dark. It's very humid in here. It has a bit of a smell. You didn't smell it outside, unlike the dog, but right when you come in here, it just sort of smells a bit of rot as just this waft hits you. Looking up ahead, though, you see there is a door that is glowing with all sorts of different colors on it.
Okay. He will turn on Detect Magic. Is it magic?
There's definitely magic coming from that door.
Okay. He's gonna go get as close as possible with... Does the door seem to be moving? Does it seem to be alive?
The colors are shifting and swirling, and as you're approaching the door, this face forms on it.
Oh dear.
It looks right at you.
Oh, great. Another one.
Hi?
Hello.
What's your name?
Oh, wow. Now they're interested.
I mean, I don't have to be if you don't want me to be interested.
Well, just everybody always comes through here, and they're always just let me past, open up, and they always ask me to open up, and they never open up about themselves. How am I supposed to connect with other people?
Would you like to know something about me?
Yes.
What would you like to know?
If you want me to open up completely, you have to open up to me first.
Okay. And like looks back to see how far away the others are.
Did you wait, or like did you just start creeping ahead? It's probably been like not long, maybe a minute.
It's been a minute. We can start moving forward.
Yeah.
They're coming in.
Sees it and just like hurriedly says to the glowing face and just like, all right, I've never told anybody this, so please keep this a secret, but I have a nurse. His name is Roger Thompson, and I'm super attracted to him, except my mom bought him to be my friend, and I really don't feel very comfortable about that fact. So how do I don't know how to really reconcile the fact that, like, he's really pretty, but also bought to be my friend.
That's definitely complicated. I'm sorry that you're going through that. It seems like something that maybe you should have a discussion with your mother about.
No.
Well, that's really up to you, I suppose.
You don't understand. Victoria Highland was drunk one time and literally said over the phone that she wished she'd never had a child. I'm sorry, that was not her exact words. Her exact words were, I wish that deadbeat bum had never convinced me to have this child.
Oh. Suppose you're not talking to the deadbeat bum, huh?
I don't know if my dad is alive or anything. He could just be dead.
Wow.
Literal deadbeat.
And you're all getting the tail end of this conversation, hearing about Akihiko's dad.
Well, I'm really sorry to hear that, and I really appreciate you opening up to me. You know, everybody always just demands that I go through here, and they're always just so cruel and callous. You know, it's not easy being a secret magical door. Everybody just thinks their job is easy, but, like, you just try opening up to every person you meet, you know?
I'm not very good at opening up to people, and I'm sorry if this offends you, but you don't seem like a normal person, so it's a little easier.
You know, I just got one of those faces.
Yeah, you really do. It's a nice face. What's your name?
No, I don't have one. Nobody bothered giving me one.
Do you want a name?
Absolutely.
Your name now is Sakamoto.
Sakamoto. I like it.
Great. Do you want to be friends?
Yeah, if you want to come by every so often. You know, I don't really hang out with many people. There's a few rats who come in here, but usually it's just to try to chew on me. It's just you know, it gets really lonely in here.
Are you delicious?
Don't chew on me, please.
I'm not. This is a question for science or arcanery.
And Dan Dan Noodles is walking up beside you, loops through your legs a little bit, comes up to the door, and just starts licking it.
Please do not lick my friend.
No, stop, no, you can't do that. Stop, don't.
Just pulls Dan back.
The door opens up. It's like,
Get the dog away from me.
I'll take Dan away. Bye, Sakamoto. I'll try and come back. You seem really cool.
I appreciate it.
Ask Dan Dan if the door was delicious.
Actually, we'll, like, once out of earshot of the door, we'll, like, ask him, was Sakamoto delicious?
yeah,
Okay, hold on a sec.
I love chewing on wooden things.
Wait, it was wood?
I don't know.
You are so helpful, buddy. So helpful.
I'm being good.
The goodest.
Dog doesn't understand sarcasm.
Dripping with disdain.
It's just tail is just wagging, and creating like a little wind just going up behind it as it's just started trotting along. Its tail is held up high. You're walking further into this cave, and you see more and more now. These egg clusters are becoming a lot more prevalent. You see that there is a growth that's going along the walls, and it seems to be like just coating things. It doesn't coat the floor so much, it just seems to be sticking to the walls, especially where there's a lot of moisture that's building up. You aren't seeing much of anything in here other than that until you finally round the corner. You see in one of the corners there is this large worm maggot looking thing, and it's just slowly inching its way across, and everywhere it's going it's leaving like that growth, and Dan Dan Noodles just starts growling at it.
Has it noticed us?
It doesn't seem to bother with you. It does notice you, but it doesn't seem to care.
Signs of peoples?
You're not seeing any signs other than like the trail that you're following.
Well, looks at the group and says, I would prefer to just leave the worm to its business.
Yeah, for sure.
As long we don't have to fight it. We shouldn't fight it.
It's sick. It's gross.
Yes.
I don't want to touch it, but also, like, sometimes things can just be left alone. People just need to learn to mind their own business. Not my cave, not my problem.
True story.
So it's just more or less more of the same as you're going along through here, the cave, just like you see like drips are going down from the top until finally as you come through around this loop, you see there is the whole entrance to this next part is covered in these egg sacs.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Oh,
I don't like that.
everything about this looks awful. Do they look like ready to hatch?
Some of them for sure. Some of them not so much. Seems to be a mixture. There's more of this growth that's like on the ground, on the walls, the ceiling. And it seems the growth seems to be like tying them together.
Oh, that just beautiful. So gorgeous.
So do we want to sneak around them or destroy them?
Is it possible to get over them without, like...
You could like push yourself through it.
Could we parkour?
Hardcore!
It's like it's like think of it like it's like a wall of this stuff.
Ooh, that is absolutely a no, ma'am.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Yes, we ought to do something. Akihiko's just gonna take out the pole and just kind of using one end is gonna just start like looking for ones that don't look ready to hatch necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And hit those to kind of clear a path. Or actually, can he just like push the eggs aside with his staff, or does he need to like bash them?
Make me like an athletics, as you're really having to kind of maneuver things around.
Yeah.
Maneuver the egg wall.
Ooh, athletics is a 17.
So you're moving the eggs, trying not to burst too many. Like every so often, one or two of them are like popping, as there's just like this guts and everything moving around. But you do grossly cut out like a people-sized hole for you to walk through.
Akihiko takes a deep breath, exhales, and just bolts through as fast as possible. The squish of like his bare feet against the stuff underneath. There's like get to the other side,
And I follow.
Yep.
In here, you see there is a person. They have a green cloak on, this like scraggly hair that looks just greasy. There are boils all on their body that are moving and squirming. They turn towards you. There's a few that are looking like they're ready to burst on their face. Their eyes are welling up. These tears are falling. Help me.
Murder? Do we need to murder you?
I think
because
really the only way to help is death.
Don't kill me! Help me! Help me,
okay,
please!
so like, I'm not very good at Nysla. Can he be reversed from this?
Can I do a medicine check from very far away?
Yep.
And that is going to be a 24.
Nice.
You're unfortunately looking at this as you don't want to, but you're trying to take a look. You feel bad. You see like there are so many groups of these spiders underneath this person's skin. They are, and they move too. Like the boils, they'll move around the body, and some of them like slowly it just like breaks and bursts as like spiders are coming out of them and they're bleeding. And you see it probably is possible to deal with this, but it's gonna take a lot. You're definitely like this is gonna be like more than just sitting down for a couple minutes and helping a person, you know? Like this is gonna be like a week-long thing, them going to a hospital, seeing a doctor, that kind of thing.
Yeah, let's get you back to the town, buddy. And some nice doctors there will help you.
Akihiko puts up the staff between his friends and the creature before us. Why are you here?
When those skeletons arrived, someone did something to me. I felt this piercing in the back of my neck.
And you see behind, it's like this black glob is in the back of their neck. It's horrifically infected.
It hurt so much, and then I couldn't think. Everything was telling me to come to this cave.
Okay. Can you walk?
I can, but they don't want me to leave. I hear them whispering.
And Akihiko just like shivering, looks up, down, all around. Who's they?
And there are some spiders in this room. There are these large, like, growths that are moving, like tentacles are hooked up to the ceiling, and like they're shuddering and shivering as spiders are pouring out of them.
They want you all to join them.
No.
No.
Yeah, hard pass.
Actually, Akihiko will say, can you talk to them? Tell them fuck you.
Okay.
And you see they concentrate for a moment, and then their eyes shoot open, completely covered in black.
You will join us.
And then everyone roll me initiative as every one of these boils explode.
Oh!
Ah!
Oh.
Ah! No.
That's a no, ma'am. Oh, Jesus Christ. I got a 9.
That's a 14 for me.
It's a 9 for me, too.
A 9 for me too, dog.
I mean, at least we don't have to spend a week popping that guy's boils, because they're already popped now.
You mean someone else would have spent a week popping that? But we are heroes. We are not.
There's one person who's like into it, like, oh hell yeah, bring that person into town.
Oh, Dr. Pimple Popper's here?
Yeah, they're like bringing it. So we are leading off with the swarm. As these spiders just start pouring out of things. They're pouring out of this poor captain of the guard, Kirk, and all these other spiders are crawling on the crystals and they're swarming towards all of you. So the swarms just pour out of this poor soul as they're moving together, just this giant mass. And they rush towards Dan Dan Noodles. Other spiders are rushing towards all of you. We are having one spider is making 2 attacks at Akihiko, one is only making 1, and another is making 2 attacks at Nysla. And then the swarm is attacking the dog.
No!
Akihiko, what is your AC?
19.
So all these spiders are swarming towards you as you're just batting them away, not wanting these things to touch you. Nysla, the one spider like near you, jumps towards you. One of the bites just like latches onto your leg, as the other one you manage to, keep it away.
I open the parasol.
And it bounces off.
Oh my goodness. It's really gonna happen? Okay, so I just can't roll to hit a dog, which is fine. So it is just one. Look at all those attacks I did. I got 1 hit. So, 1 hit Nysla. So, Nysla, please make me a Fortitude saving throw, DC 14.
That is a 16.
All right, so you are resisting the poison. And you take 3 points of damage as one of these things just bites down right onto you. Kirk just falls down to the ground, screaming in pain. And it goes to Nysla's turn.
I would like to take my first action to pull out the alchemist's fire that I got earlier and chuck it at the swarm of spiders.
Nice.
And to hit, that is a dirty 20.
That's a hit.
So they will take 1d8 fire damage and 1 persistent fire damage and 1 fire splash damage. And that is going to be 6 fire damage.
So the fire hits these things as they shriek out, and you can hear the sizzling and popping of these spiders in the swarm as they're all just moving in this mass. They seem to be just like erratic from the fire, and I believe you still have 2 actions.
No, it was an action to pull out the alchemist flask, and then an action to throw it. I am not an alchemist, so I do not have quick bomber.
Akihiko's gonna ask you to, like, move over or backwards, because he has a thing to do.
Yeah, I will spend my last action to move and sort of take some steps over this way. I think that's far enough away.
So you're squishing on some eggs, and you quickly get out of the way of these spiders. And we go to the dog.
Yeah.
So the dog is growling and barking at this fire and swarm in front of it. It grabs its sword on its back and pulls it out and goes in for a swing.
Move out of the way, Dan Dan, when you're done.
Just barks while holding something. So it swings at the swarm, but the swarm just seems to move around where its sword goes as it clangs down on the ground, and it makes a little yelp as it quickly tries to get out of the way. And it goes from the dog's go to Morrigan and Akihiko.
You want me to go first so I can get out of the way?
You do go first. I'm an 8. You're 9. Oh, no, I am a 9, but you have a higher initiative, so you should go first.
Okay. So I'm gonna move behind the spider that is attacking Akihiko, and we are gonna go straight into a key strike. Inside the key strike, we're gonna do a flurry of blows.
Nice.
12.
Hey, 12 is a miss.
Even with flanking?
Yeah.
15.
15 is a hit.
8 damage.
So you bring this, you go in for one hit, it's a miss. You go in for the other one, you kick it in the back, and the spider just erupts as like its abdomen, thorax, just explodes everywhere as you kill the spider.
Lovely.
Excellent.
And it goes to Akihiko.
So Akihiko is going to, I think the dog is far enough, is going to swing out the staff and is going to use his last spell slot and his newly picked up feat, which is Expansive Spell Strike, to use Burning Hands with his Spell Strike. So first and foremost, we have to attack this creature in front of me. That is a 26 to hit.
So does that hit just the swarm, or are you hitting like just the one in front of you?
I'm hitting the one in front of me.
All right, that's critical.
Nice.
Lovely. 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and then 18 points of fire damage for everyone else. as Akihiko is swinging the staff around, brings it down over its head, and when the staff connects with the spider, a just cone of fire erupts outward, engulfing the swarm, and the other little guy appeared.
Oh, nice. So you just incinerate the two spiders as they shriek and pop and hiss, and the swarm just seems to get even more aggravated. Before it was like this blackish color of all these spiders, and now this fire is just like radiating through them, and they're all starting to turn a crimson red.
Ooh, don't like that at all, and is going to swing his staff into the cascade as like a fiery hellcat overtakes him, and that is his turn.
Nice. It goes to the spider swarm. So the spider swarm is furious. You just killed its children. It rushes towards you. All these like little glowing spiders all over it. So 19 for the first hit.
Just hit.
9 for the second.
Will critically fail.
Its last one. I need you to make me a reflex saving throw. DC 15.
Nope, I'm not going to make it. It's 11.
All right, so the first hit is going to... I need you to make me a fortitude saving throw, DC 14.
Mm-hmm. Much better. 23.
So you take 9 points of damage as a bunch of these spiders are swarming on you, biting at you, ripping at you, and then they start vibrating and glowing as like they go in for the other hit, and like some of them are just like literally jumping on, biting themselves as like you see like it's hurting itself while it's doing this, and the spiders start vibrating, heating up, and it's like it's absorbing the fire from the alchemist fire. It's absorbing everything into it as they just makes this little pinpoint, and then it erupts around them. Your reflex saving throw wasn't enough.
No.
Spiders cast self-destruct. It was super effective.
You are taking 7 points of damage of fire damage. And the
Ow!
spiders are still swarming there, but they go back to just being a black color.
Ooh. 10 out of 26, y'all. That hurt.
And then it goes from there, go to Nysla.
I am going to spend my first action to devise a stratagem. 24, but I will attack in just a moment.
Mhm.
First actual action to step, so I'm within 5 feet of Akihiko. Second action to battle medicine Akihiko.
Thank you.
For I just made the regular DC, the 15.
Oof.
So you heal 8.
Great.
Good heal.
And then I will spend my last action to shoot the swarm.
Dang.
Are they immune to precision damage?
No, they're not.
Cool. So that is going to be 5 damage from the gun.
You fire away and you blast a bunch of these little spiders, and it just keeps on going into itself. You see more spiders are pouring into it, and they just seem to they're cannibalizing the new spiders that are coming in as they're moving around. And it goes from Nysla to the dog. Borking along to flank with Akihiko. Just not my day today for rolling anything. Oh, there we go.
Hey.
So they bring their sword down as they're growling and barking, trying to hit this damn thing. As they just cut through swathy spiders. And you do see now that more of these spiders are being cleared out. There is a larger one in the center. And it seems like it's the one that's been you see the spiders are killing new spiders outside of it, and they're bringing it to the center one as the center one is eating them.
Don't love that.
Cannibalism!
Hey, full circle.
Look at that. See, we are so good at themes.
Yeah. Oh.
We know how to write a high school English paper.
And we go to Morrigan.
Okay. So, first action is moving. Alright, so we're standing side by side with Akihiko, and I am going to use my second action to go into Tiger Stance, and we're going to roll for hacking. 24.
Shit, yeah.
Nice.
That's an 8.
All right. You slash in, and you manage to actually get through a number of these spiders, and you hit the spider in the center, and it just starts bleeding outwards, and some of the other spiders are freaking out, and they're actually starting to swarm onto that open wound hungrily. And it goes to Akihiko.
The Hellion fire cat around me kind of roars out as I cast Gouging Claw spell strike. Oh wait, no, I cannot.
I'm gonna have to get some classic tiger sounds and all that.
Yeah. Actually, his first action will be to first channel for a second, letting the Hellcat kind of do that thing that all cats do, which is the butt bumper of I'm calibrating attack. The spectral cat and him just calibrating to get back his spell strike, and then we'll spell strike. That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
9 points of bludgeoning damage, 1 point of fire damage, and then we're gonna roll for Gouging Claw. 8 points of slashing damage.
You bring this down and just engulf this one in fire. As it shrieks out, and all the others are just jumping on it, and they start glowing, and they just rip apart this queen in the center. They're just consuming it. As it shrieks out, it's flailing, it's kicking, and you've defeated my spider puzzle.
Yes!
Cannibalism!
It did save the day.
It's all about cannibalism at the end of the day. We still don't condone it, don't do it, but you know what? if your enemy wants to do it to themselves,
Totally. 100%. Get into it.
Yeah.
where are you to stop them? So you look over, and the person, like, they give their last little breath as their body shudders, and Gate Captain Kirk dies on the ground.
Guess we gotta pull out those chompers.
I got it. And Akihiko holds up the arm that has the kimono on it, and you kind of just start seeing wriggling from the sleeve until out pops the head of a white-furred monkey. Because I took the witch archetype as my free archetype, and I get a free familiar.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
The monkey kind of like pops out of the kimono and just crawls up to Akihiko's shoulder, and he just kind of looks at it, beaming like a child. He says, "Hi, Gordon," as we both go over to extract the teeth from his mouth.
With a sickening squelch, you pull them out, and more like spiders just crawl out of them as you're kind of like swatting them away. You do see there are some things on them that look like they're quite useful.
He will have Gordon go grab those things from the spiders and let Gordon feast upon them.
Yeah, it's just like every so often picking up spiders while it's picking up things. And Gordon comes back, like, just stripping this person of all their goods, in their final moments, and bringing back, there is a +1 longsword.
Ooh.
There is a masterwork studded leather armor. It's individual.
Ooh.
And there's also a water gun. Now you're thinking to yourself, what am I going to do with a water gun? This is a magic water gun. We're playing magic games. You can put any liquid that you have on you, be it a potion, be it acid, alchemist fire, anything like that, and fire it out of the water gun at the range of 60 feet.
Akihiko picks up the gun and starts twirling it, and then like puts what is the hilt of a gun called?
I don't know anything about guns. I don't know.
Just like puts, like, obviously he's holding the barrel and holds it out to Nysla, the handle of the gun, and just like, do you want to be Anna from Overwatch?
I mean, I might as well.
And gives the magic water gun to Nysla.
You can at least load up all the healing potions in this.
You see something about that?
Just do the thing where you just shoot it into your mouth.
Yeah, just walking along.
I'm just saying, this is an excellent opportunity for fan art to show Nysla squirting people with healing potion from across the room.
Shoots them in their eye. They're like, technically it works.
This is just more direct into your bloodstream.
Yeah, so, both Nysla and I can wear the studded leather. I'm assuming you're not wearing any leather, Morrigan.
I am trained in light leather and light armor. There we go. But it is a detriment to me to wear it.
I mean, if you want to take the studded leather, go for it, because I don't have the strength for it, and I take the penalty.
Gotcha. Then
So that's why I just have regular leather.
I will take studded leather masterwork armor.
So you...
Do we want to give the longsword to Dan Dan?
Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
Takes out the one sword from Dan Dan's scabbard and gives Dan Dan a new one.
And they're excited. They do like a little hop around. You gather these lovely chompers and make your way back to town. Just as you're walking up the stairs, you see a very disheveled, haunted looking Lune. And that's where we'll leave it.
Oh my!
Oh, dear.
First skelly boys, and now spiders.
Escaping Carcosa is brought to you by the Ballad of the Seven Dice Network. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by searching Ballad of the Seven Dice. Supporting our Patreon helps us pay for the show, such as hosting, equipment, and additional content for you to enjoy. Our Patreon is pay what you want and contains behind-the-scenes updates, audio dramas, one-shots, and more. You can also head over to iTunes and Spotify and leave us a 5-star review. Every review helps us fight against the horrors of the algorithm. Until next time, dear travelers, keep an eye out for the yellow sign.